Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at two products from a company called Cabletime that have reached out to me and asked me to do a review on a couple of their products. The first one they've sent me is a Thunderbolt 4 cable, so we'll have a quick look at the specification of this cable here and just check out the quality of it. And the second one, which we'll do a more detailed review on, is actually a foldable charging stand for tablets, phones and other devices. So we'll go through that in a minute. I'm going to quickly just get the cable out of the way because there isn't much to do in terms of testing, but we'll just have a look at the quality of this. So this here is a Thunderbolt 4 cable. Now we see the actual interface there is a USB-C interface. As you can see, the Thunderbolt 4 specification is significantly improved over the Thunderbolt 3. So what we've got here is a cable that supports 40 gigabits of bandwidth, and this specifically here supports 100 watts of power delivery as well. So if you've got a laptop or other device that you require 100 watts worth of power getting through to from a charging perspective, then this is going to meet that need as well. This here is a 1 meter one. It's available in a few different lengths on their website. I will have the link in the description below. Now just feeling the cable, it's got a really nice soft touch, and it's a really thick, good quality cable. You can see the connectors there as well are solid. So Thunderbolt 4 specification displayed there as well, and I really apologize. There we go, that's zooming in, so you can see these are Thunderbolt 4 specification cables. The other thing that's probably worth noting for Thunderbolt 4, so if you're using this to drive a display, this is going to support crystal clear 8K high resolution displays as well. So you can use this for multiple connectivity options, whether it's charging, whether it's connecting devices or hubs, etc. to your PC, laptops, or also just for connecting to a display. So that there is, it's certified by Intel as well, this cable. And another great, I guess, thing to consider is you get I think they provide 2-year manufacturer warranty on all of the hardware and cables as well. So there's a warranty card included in the product packaging as well. I'm going to put this aside. We might use this in a minute while we're testing this anyway. So now we'll move on to this product here. This one here is as I said, it's an 8-in-1 dock for tablets and other portable devices. You can see there, I think they've got it on an iPad, but we'll test it out on a few devices and see how we go. So we're getting an 8-in-1 USB-C foldable charging stand. It's got many ports on there, and we'll go through the specification of each of the ports in a minute as well once we get it out of the packaging. I am just trying to rip this bit of plastic off while I'm talking. The main idea here is you're going to have your device, be it phone, tablet, could probably even use it for a laptop, to be honest, if you really want it on the side. Connect it to larger screens so that you've got a dual display setup or a single larger display setup. Makes it easier to work on mobile devices when you've got a good screen connected to it and the device held in a nice viewable position as well. And the most important thing about this thing is it's foldable, and it's going to be a lot more portable and easier to transport around due to its form factor once it's folded. It's going to be supporting most USB devices, I take it. Really good quality cable there. I'm just going to come to that again in a minute. Nothing else in the packaging there. We've got the actual device here. It's got a very nice weight to it. That feels really nice. This is aluminium, I believe. And then we've got a bit of paperwork as well. So let's get to it. This here, so first thing, the form factor when it's folded is lovely. Right now, typically we're used to seeing docks like this over here, where you've got a cable hanging out of them. If that cable breaks, you've got a problem because you've got to replace the whole unit, and then it's generally hanging around depending on what device you're using with, etc. They are okay, but you've got to deal with this cable hanging around. What I like immediately about this, the first thing I notice here is that it's folding completely flat, so that getting into your bag is lovely. And I like the fact that the actual cable is not integrated into it, which means if you're using the cable, and this is a very good quality cable by the looks of it, it feels very nice. It's braided. One side is angled as well, which makes it easy from, cable management perspective. Is if this cable gets damaged, you can just replace it with another cable. You don't have to spend another $17 replacing this device here. Now, if we just quickly walk around the ports on this thing, you can see we've got a USB-C, that's the host port on that side over there. So this is where you're going to connect to your tablet or your phone or any other device. We'll test it out with a couple of devices just to see how it performs. And then on the top side here, we've got a HDMI port. This supports 4K 60 Hertz displays, is the maximum supported resolution and frequency refresh rate for that there. You can see the USB-C power delivery port. That's where you're going to plug your charger in. Now this supports 100 watt fast charge pass through as well. So 100 watts going in there, you're going to get 100 watts out of there as well, which is just fantastic, right? And then on this side here, we've also got two USB-A ports there, you can see. So the specification on these are two USB-A ports. These are 3.05 gigabits per second ports. We've got another USB-C 3.0 port there as well. That also supports 5 gigahertz bandwidth as well. We've got a 3.5mm headphone jack that's going to support audio and microphone pass through. And then we've also got a card reader. How cool is that? We've got a SD and a micro SD card reader. Very, very useful. The way this thing opens up is like so. Now, I've just got to explain, obviously you can't see it, the friction on this thing opening is really, really good. It's not weak at all. So there's no other mechanism here to prop this up once it's open. It's not like you've got a flappy hinge that you've got to lock into place. This is going to hold the weight of it just by the sheer strength of this hinge and the quality of this hinge. That is a really, really smooth but sturdy hinge, and it does take a good amount of force to actually bend it into place, which is nice because it means you've got a fully adjustable viewing angle that suits your requirements. And at the same time, you're not going to be worrying about your tablet falling down. Now, the last thing to note here is the flap that folds down to hold your device once it's on the actual stand. So that's, you got a good thickness there, so it's thicker than your standard. I guess your larger tablets these days, we'll put a tablet on and see how it works. The good thing is if you've got a tablet with a thick case, this is probably going to support that as well. And then we'll test it out with a large tablet. I've got one on the larger side, the S8 Ultra, is 14.6 inch device. We'll just see how it holds a large heavy device as well. It's quite a generous size here, so it's not the smallest stand in the world, but then that's probably a good thing because it's going to support holding larger devices with giving you a lot more comfort that it's probably not going to fall apart. Now this thing is so strong that I wouldn't be surprised if it could hold, a more small form factor lightweight laptop, maybe an 11-inch for example, or 12-inch Dell or something like this, maybe one of the smaller Macs. I think you might get away with even putting a laptop on there because it is really, really strong, really well built all the way around. Nice rubber pads for traction on the desk when it's on the desk there, and just a lovely weight, and it's not plastic at all. It's just a solid metal, and I believe that's aluminium build on this device. So really, really nice finish there. Now you've got a choice here which way you want to do this. You can have this sticking out here so that, I'll turn it around maybe. I'm just trying to manage the fold in the cable, and you can have this going into your device like so, or if it suits you, that it probably won't suit most to do it this way, you can probably go like this as well. Though I think what we're going to do is we're first going to straighten the cable out, and we're going to do something like this. So I'm just going to get a tablet. So first one up here is going to be my Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, and I've also got on here the ultra rugged, whatever form case it was called, but it is ultra rugged. It really, really is. This thing can really, really pack a punch. Now, the tablet with the case on it weighs, I think it's like 1.1 odd kilo. I can't remember how much it is. It's heavy. It's definitely a kilogram, at least if not more, right? The case is heavy, the stand is heavy, and this thing is holding my tablet without any issues whatsoever. Now you can't see it when the tablet goes on there, but just check this out, and it's sturdy. It's not wobbling around, it really is just sturdy. Now with the C port on the side, I could just, let's see if the cable that's supplied is long enough to work with a tablet as wide as this as well. So you can see that's going to go in just like that. Tablet's turned on. It's obviously interface-based sign-in, and it's signing. Now this is really nice because again, I can adjust the viewing angle quite easily on there like so. And then if I want to raise it up to have a higher viewing angle, well, I guess a more straighter sort of experience, I can do that as well. Now it raises it off the table a little bit, which is nice. So you've got maybe about an inch off the table, so it's raising the height a little bit as well. And if I want to drop a keyboard in front of there and a mouse, I'm now also getting a very, very nice working environment. Again, now if I plug a HDMI cable into it and I get that onto the TV, it's going to go into a DeX mode, and I've got a desktop environment that I'm using to for my tablet. I just noticed, I didn't talk about this, so I might as well talk about it. How nice of them to give a lovely carry case. Look at that. That's going to protect it from getting scuffs on that lovely aluminium body frame when it's in your bag. So that's a really, really nice thing to see included in the packaging as well. So we've got a nice soft case there as well. Slip it in there, slip it in your bag, keep that with you. This is going to be really, really handy. So we've tested the largest tablet on it already. We know that's working absolutely fine. And then it's probably also worth, while I'm here, I'm just going to plug the charger in quickly. So I'm using the Thunderbolt 4 cable that I just unpacked. I'm plugging this in just to check the pass-through, and it is working, and I'm getting fast charging as well, which is really, really good. So it's charging at a good speed, as expected, with no issues whatsoever. Now I'll be able to plug some USB devices in there or whatever else I want to plug in there, just for the sake of, you know, making my working environment really, really easy. Everything's plugging in there. I haven't got a cable hanging out the side, haven't got stuff hanging around. It's just very neat and tidy setup. And I could probably just leave this on here under my monitor, because this thing generally sits under my monitor anyway, and have all that connectivity ready to go whenever I need it. So that's really, really nice. I've got a smaller tablet here. Now I've got this is the Lenovo Legion Y700. It's 2023 model. I think there's a new one coming out. Watch this space. But this here is the reason why I pull this out quickly is what they've done, even though you've got the cable here coming on the side, right, is they have left a groove here on the bottom, so that if you do need to use the charging port on the bottom of the device, because some tablets don't have two ports like this, they have charging ports on the bottom of the devices lengthways, then that option is also there for you, right? So, oh gosh, I'm trying to get this around here. Remember, you can always use your own cables for this. You don't have to use this cable. But you get the idea, which is that you can, I can't obviously see the charging port. You can plug this in on charge on the bottom as well, right? So you've got your device there charging, whether it's on the top or bottom, and then you can pass through all the connectivity to that as well. So even for a nice small device like this, you can really, really see the benefits of a stand like this all of a sudden. This is because this is a bit smaller, it's easier to hold sideways, just so you can see how that is fitting. It's fitting very, very nicely indeed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just grab my Windows tablet as well, just to show you that this is not just for Android tablets here now, right? We're not just stopping at an Android tablet or an iPad. Now, this is a Windows tablet. This is the old, very old now, Dell 7200 2-in-1, very, very nice XPS tablet. Must admit, even in this day and age, it's still a very, very nice device overall. So now you can see this here. Look, yes, this comes with a keyboard dock, etc., and it's got a stand built in. But just to prove the point that I could plug this in here, and this is going to support the C ports on this side and this one. So I could get a longer cable, or I could just flip it around if I wanted to as well, because the screen will rotate. And then you can plug this in, and I can even carry on here. So this is charging again as well now, so pass-through charging is working absolutely fine. This thing requires 65 watts to charge. I've got a 65-watt charger and it's charging absolutely fine. So Windows device, I've used it with an Android device. I could stick my phone on there. If I've got a foldable like this, yes, you can have a case with a stand, but if you haven't got a case with a stand, you want to use something like this, and again, get the benefit of using something like Dex, or for that desktop environment. Very, very nice. Pop your phone up on, all the I/O ready to go. So now, just to show exactly how diverse this stand is, we've gone through professional use. We've gone through using it on your tablets or your Windows tablet or phones, whatever it is, for productivity or even entertainment on those devices where you're plugging them into a bigger screen. You might be playing games on them as well, right? Streaming some games onto a larger device, larger screen, sorry, using your phone or tablet, whatever. Nintendo Switch. So not only does this support your tablets and laptops, etc., now I'm using it on a games console. So I've got my Nintendo Switch plugged in through the cable. I've got a HDMI cable into, this will be your screen. I'm using my laptop here that I just tested a minute ago. I've got a capture card plugged in there, and you can see the Nintendo Switch working on there absolutely fine as well. So look at that. So now, and that's working perfectly, right? So the diversity of this device. So now, not only have I got a dock for my phone, tablet, etc., I've also got the universal dock that keep that in my bag. If I got my Nintendo Switch, go somewhere, I can dock that into a TV, someone's house or wherever I am, and get a big screen experience straight away. One dock is going to do it all. So you just to show, this is a really, really well built, diverse, very well thought out device on there. The one thing I'd love to see on another version of this is probably a network port, LAN port. That wouldn't hurt at all, just for, I think, completeness. But other than that, this really, really is a very, very diverse dock. And just to prove the point one last time, and you can see how carried away I'm getting with this now, right? But come on, it's even working with the Steam Deck. So I've got a dock for my Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, phones, tablets, laptops, you name it. This thing has literally worked on everything I've tested it on. Absolutely flawless. Really, really well built. Supports pass-through charging, so everything I've plugged in is charging without any complaints or problems whatsoever. And then when I finished with it, how cool is this? I'm just going to unplug everything. You've probably got a cable lying around your bag as well, no doubt. Fold it up that flat. You can slip it in the bag. You can slip it in the bag with the cable if you really want, right? And that is ready to go. That is portable dock done perfectly, in my opinion. That is my statement on this thing. Cabletime, you absolutely smashed it out of the park with this. This is the best dock I've tested. Yes, it doesn't have a network port. So what? It doesn't have any NVMe storage in it. Not the biggest problem, to be honest, because for most of the devices, you're not going to need it. But the fact that this thing folds completely flat, you've given a nice carry case with it as well. It supports, really, really high speed pass-through charging, which you need for powerful devices like this and this, even the Nintendo Switch, right? It's hard to find a good third-party dock for the Switch. This is doing it all. Absolutely smashed it. What a great product. I'm really, really hoping that I can bring more fantastic products from this company onto the channel. Again, this comes with a 2-year warranty from the manufacturer. The link is going to be in the description below. Please feel free to check it out. Check out the other awesome products they've got on their website. A massive suite of products. Loads of really, really good high quality cables, like this Thunderbolt 4 cable that we've tested. Even look at the cable that comes with the dock. Look at the quality of that. They've not given a cheap old cable. They've given a really, really good quality. It's one of their own branded cables as well. It's got a Cabletime written on it. You probably can't see that, but it is there. So, oh God, don't know what's happening with the Zoom today. But there we go. I really, really hope I've, if you were thinking about buying this dock, I hope you have helped you to make up your mind that this is a really, really, really good choice out of all the docks that are out there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a thumbs up. Any questions about the products I've shown on the channel today, please ask the questions in the comment section below. I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. And if you haven't already done so, but you want to see more great videos like this, please subscribe to the channel using that button on the bottom right hand corner. Really appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next one.